Hi guys, good evening and welcome to Gradeup. My name is Harshmeet Singh and I welcome you all to your next class in this series. As you know, from Monday to Friday now at 7:30 p.m. I come online and we discuss one important topic from the UPSC point of view. Today's topic we have taken from modern history. The topic that we have at our hand today is a drain of wealth theory. Good evening to all of you, those who have come in. My name is Harshmeet Singh, and we will be discussing this modern history topic today. We'll be discussing what exactly is a drain of wealth theory, how it started, what does it say exactly, who were the people who supported this theory, and each and everything regarding it. Good evening to all of you. I hope all of you are doing fine. I hope all of you are absolutely safe and not going outside. The registration for the vaccines have already begun for 18 and above. I hope that you register yourself and get your vaccine as soon as possible. Hi Manish, good evening. Good evening Shruti. Good evening to all of you, those who have come here on time. Let's not delay any further. Let's see what do we have at our hand. So the drain of wealth theory, again, as the name suggests, just like you have the drain of mind theory, the brain drain theory, similarly, the drain of theory simply meant that wealth is being taken away from India to England. The East India Company that was working in England, not in India, not just the East India Company. After the East India Company, even when we had the British government, the British crown directly controlling India, even at that time, a lot of wealth was being taken out of India and going into the coffers of the British government. This is called the drain of wealth theory. Gold, silver, and not just gold and silver, many other features or many other methods were used by the British to drain wealth out of India. This is what is called the drain of wealth theory. Now, what exactly is the drain of wealth and how does it originate? Now, if you look at the history of India, when you look at the 17th and the 18th century, the East India Company, when they came to India as traders, obviously they did not have any currency of India. So when the East India Company came to India as traders, they had to buy material from India in exchange for gold and silver. So East India Company used to bring gold and silver, buy material from India and then go outside. However, after the Battle of Plassey, Battle of Buxar, the East India Company got the right to collect revenue from India. Now, why did they want to collect revenue? Simple. They wanted that we will take money from the Indians only, and from that money we will buy products from India and then we will sell it back in Europe. So the money that the East India Company was getting, the material that they were buying, they did not want to spend their gold and silver in buying that material. Their idea was that now onwards we will take money from Indians in the form of revenue and we will buy that product. Now this is also a drain of wealth, because see, Indians are paying money to the British, they are using the same money to buy our products, means our wealth is going outside. Our wealth was being exported to Europe and other parts of the country, and India was not getting anything in return. We were not getting gold and silver. We were not getting anything. We were just getting exploited by the British. We were not getting anything in return, and that was the beginning of the drain of India's wealth. Now, as I said, the East India Company was the one that was responsible for this drain of wealth. Now, this drain of wealth, the surplus revenue that was going out, this revenue was generated by the East India Company by different methods. First, the East India Company had very oppressive land revenue policies. As you know, if you have read modern history, you have read permanent settlement system and the different types of revenue systems that they had. They used to extract a lot of money from the Indian farmers and from the Indian laborers. So that was one. Second, they had a monopoly over the Indian market. Means no other stuff was imported in India except from England. There were a lot of taxes put on Indian products so that they become expensive. English products, when they used to come to India, they did not really have any taxes on them. So there was a kind of a monopoly that was set up in the Indian market by this British policy. Also, the company officials used to extract a lot of money from the Indians. They kept on extracting money by legal and illegal methods. This revenue system applied by the British helped them in financing the wars that they were fighting in India, in acquiring land. However, this system ended in the Charter Act of 1813 when the market was opened. The other traders were also allowed to come to India by the English crown. Now, there were many components of the drain of wealth, means the wealth was going outside India by many methods. That included territorial expansion. Territorial expansion means that amount of territory that the British controlled in India kept on increasing. They kept on fighting wars, and whenever they used to win a war, they used to acquire that territory from the king or the ruler. And from that particular ruler, they used to extract as much revenue as possible. So they used to expand their territory as much as possible. Not just this, there was also movement of private wealth. Private wealth means it was the English people who were taking bribes from many people. There are very, very famous stories of Warren Hastings going and taking money from the kings, taking money from the rulers, making sure that they give money by all means possible. He used to force the rulers to pay them money at any cost. All the rulers had to pay money no matter what. All these things were done by the East India Company to make sure that their profit increases. Private wealth was a big part of the earning that the British were doing, and this private wealth usually came from big rulers of India because they were scared of the British. Uh, you would have heard stories of Chat Singh. Chat Singh, who was a ruler of a small area near Banaras, he was extracted, a lot of money was extracted out of him by Warren Hastings. It is estimated that over 1 crore rupees was sent out of India every year from 1813 to 1820. 1 crore rupees at that time was a humongous amount of money. Not just this, there were payments made to foreign banks and insurance companies. For example, when the British set up railways in India, Dalhousie took a loan from British banks, Dalhousie took a loan from English people, and all that loan was given back from India. India's companies had to pay money. The money to British companies, the money to British banks, insurance companies, shipping company, all of that was paid by India. Not just this, there were home charges. Home charges means there were many people employed in England on the pretext that they are helping India. For example, there was an India Council. If you remember, the 1858 Act set up the Council of India, 15-member council to help the Secretary of State for India. Now, this 15-member council or any employee who was working in England on behalf of India, his salary, his pension, all of them was going from India only. The salary and pension of the company's employees, the amount of interest on the loans, the dividend that the company had to pay, all of that had to pay from India. It was called home charges that India was actually paying on behalf of everyone who was in England. This salary, pension of British civilians, military personnel of the British, all of them was being paid through India. Any expenses made, anything bought on behalf of the East India Company back in England was all given from India's pocket, even though India never asked for it. See, we never asked for people to be employed in the India Council or those kind of things, but all of that people were employed and all of that money had to come from India. All of that became a part of the drain of wealth. Now, there were many reasons for the drain of wealth. One of the earliest people who gave this theory was Dadabhai Nairoji. He wrote a very famous book in which the name was Poverty and Un-British Rule of India in 1880. He talked about the British policies which are eating India, which are taking money from India at every single second. He said that military and civilian expenses of the British are paid by India. The Indian revenues were the ones that were paying for territorial expansion of the British Empire. The money for railways, irrigation work in India was all being done by the British, was all being taken by India. So the free trade, no free trade was imposed in India. Why? Because India had to pay a lot of taxes to import, to export anything. So Indian products were not even being sold in India or outside India. One of the other people who talked about the drain of wealth was R.C. Dutt. He wrote the economic history of India. He also talked about how India is the one whose economic wealth has been taken away by the British by every possible means. So there are two main people associated with the drain of wealth theory, Dadabhai Nairoji and R.C. Dutt. R.C. Dutt also said that the famines in India, the deaths in India are all because of the British economic policies that are just extracting as much money as they can out of India. Obviously, there was a big impact of this drain of wealth. Obviously, the Indian peasants, the farmers were the worst victim. They had to pay a lot of money to the company. They had to pay a lot of taxes, and all of that went to the British. Our capital was all going away. There was no industry set up in India. If we would have had money, maybe we would have invested that in agriculture, in industry, but nothing happened. In fact, it was India's money that was financing the industrial revolution in England. England could have its industrial revolution because it was being paid money by India. Dadabhai Nairoji said that nothing less than 30 to 40 million pounds sterling was flowing out of India, which was the main cause of India's poverty. All this became the reason why India could not develop. There was a lot of impact on India's nationalism also. For example, the British said that what they are doing in India is white man's burden. White man's burden is a policy under which the foreign people, for example, USA, UK, they argue that they are ruling over Asian countries because the God has given them the duty. भगवान ने उनको ड्यूटी दी है कि आप जाइए और एशिया के लोगों को सिखाइए कैसे रहना होता है. ये हम लोग अपने मन से नहीं कर रहे हैं. दिस इज व्हाट द ब्रिटिश यूज्ड टू से. उन्हें मन से नहीं आए हैं. हमें तो भगवान ने ड्यूटी दी है कि आप जाओ. तो ये हमारे ऊपर बर्डन है आपके ऊपर रूल करना. तो व्हाइट मैन्स बर्डन वाज अ थ्योरी दैट केम अप. Also, the British used to have this idea. British used to tell the people, we are in India for your benefit. हम आपको जीना सिखा रहे हैं. We are telling you how to set up democracy. But this theory proved the fact that British are not here for our benefit. British are here for their benefit. This theory proved the fact that British are in India for their economic benefit, not India's economic benefit. Also, this was a theory that laid the foundation for the demand of Swaraj. The demand of Swaraj that was made by extremist leaders such as Bal Gangadhar Tilak. All of that demand was made because of the famous drain of wealth theory, so that people could prove that the British are against Indians. Not just this, with this theory becoming famous, we could also convince the farmers, we could also convince everyone in India how British are misusing Indians. देव मैं हिंदी में समझाने की कोशिश करता हूँ. ये जो ड्रेन ऑफ वेल्थ थ्योरी है, जिससे कि पता चला कि भारत से पैसा बाहर जा रहा है ब्रिटिश के हाथ में अलग अलग फॉर्म में, उस थ्योरी की वजह से ही जागरूकता आई लोगों में. इंडियंस को समझा पाए कि भाई ब्रिटिश रूल कितना ज़्यादा बुरा है, और इसी के साथ लोग जागरूक होकर ब्रिटिश के खिलाफ सड़कों पर आए. स्वराज की जो डिमांड थी, द एंटायर डिमांड फॉर स्वराज स्टार्टेड बिकॉज द पीपल कुड नाउ अंडरस्टैंड द ड्रेन ऑफ वेल्थ थ्योरी. ब्रिटिश बोलते थे पहले, अरे हम तो इंडिया में इंडियंस की भलाई के लिए आए हैं, वी आर हेयर टू हेल्प द इंडियन, बट दैट वाज नॉट द केस. दिस थ्योरी प्रूव्ड इट that the British are not in India for India's benefit. And this brings me to an end of this short, interesting and important class. Just to remind you, the time is running quickly for your IAS 21 prelims with exactly 2 months left from now. Gradeup's month end offer thus is here to help you out with your preparation. Use the code PREP55 to avail 55% discount on the month end sale offer. Make sure that you use this. This is only for a few days. You can join all these courses with Gradeup. One single subscription means you can join all the courses. The IAS courses have over 500 live classes, over 500 PDF notes, mock tests, quizzes, and a lot more. You can buy the Gradeup Super subscription. The validity of your choice, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, or 24 months. Apply the coupon code. Today the coupon code is PREP55, again only for a few days, so you need to hurry up. All these benefits will be given to you just with one single subscription. You get a structured study plan, expert faculty, daily study material, and a lot more. These are the faculty members. All of them have appeared for their interviews, highly experienced, and are there to help you out. This is me, Harshmeet Singh. I teach polity and governance. I'm sure you would have attended their classes. Many of them take classes on YouTube also and app also. These are the faculty members. They're also on Telegram. Download the Telegram app. Search for Gradeup IAS Preparation channel. Join the channel. We update study material and short notes regularly on the channel. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Do download the Gradeup app. Practice topic wise quizzes and keep attending live classes. Sahi prep hai to life set hai. Thank you so much, guys. Take care of yourself and stay healthy. Bye bye.